Ference here with UPMC Lifestyle Medicine and Culinary Medicine. It's Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving, even though you'll be seeing this after the fact, but I am getting ready to make twice baked sweet potatoes for a holiday dinner. I found this recipe and it looks scrumptious. Now it did have a decent amount of sugar and butter in it, so I am going to attempt to make it without those things. For the sugar, I am using my date paste. I do have another video on date paste, basically soaked dates, blended up with water. So we still got some calories in it, but it's a natural sweetener and a lot of good fiber and nutrients in it as well. For the butter, I'm gonna use a little bit of avocado spray just to make sure things don't burn and maybe brown up a little bit, and a little extra water if I need to for sauteing. So I've got my pan already heated a bit. Let me just check the temperature there. What I've already done too is I've baked my sweet potatoes. I wrapped them all in aluminum foil and cooked them in the oven at 425 for about 40 minutes at this point. So they're all soft. After I get the apples and cranberries going, I will show you how I'm gonna split them down the middle and soften them up a little bit. But we will start with a little bit of avocado spray instead of butter. And try not to use too much of that either here. So I cut up, I'm using Honeycrisp apples, little sweeter so they don't really need as much sugar as well. Okay. We're also going to add the cranberries. Okay. We want to cook these up until the apples soften and the cranberries just start to pop. And they also want us to go ahead and add the seasonings right away too. So what I have here is I have some cinnamon. It's already mixed with the nutmeg and salt. I pre-measured all of that out. So we will season those up, and this is gonna smell wonderful here shortly. Let's see. And then we will add the date paste soon here. I'm just gonna give those a few minutes. And we actually add the date paste in so they kind of get a bit caramelized along the way. Okay, so as those are softening, I've got flying cranberries, but anyway, we'll know when they start popping though. We will start with the potatoes. I'm going to slice each of them down the middle. And I'm gonna need a fork to kind of smash them a little bit in between here. I'm gonna open this one up. Oh, there's my fork. Open this one up here. Left one wrapped. And I think in the recipe that I saw, she actually rubbed them down with olive oil and put them in the oven, but I wasn't sure there was a real need for that. It might look kind of pretty and glistery and a little more golden brown, but I wasn't sure we needed to add those calories actually. So I will, oops, I heard one of those cranberries popping already, so let me make sure to they said this will take 5 or 7 minutes, so I'm imagining I'll turn it down a little bit if they start popping too much. Okay. So we will just, again, just like you would do mashed potatoes, just kind of soften them down a little bit. Cut that one open a little bit more. And we did let them cool. I took them out of the oven and let them cool for about 5 minutes, so they're a little easier to handle. And it's best to get sweet potatoes about the same size. This is about the best I could do. I bought one batch of sweet potatoes that, had some real babies in there, but I tried to use the ones that were all about the same size. We just need to make a little more room here, but we can adjust. So, this one is a little bigger, but I think it's still soft enough and cooked all the way through. We'll just smash this one a little bit. So basically, if you've ever made, you know, twice baked potatoes, you just kind of get them so they're a little more, the cranberries and the apples will mix better with the potatoes this way. So, and if you notice, we have other things in the background too. We've got the stuffing going, and I guess I don't know if you can see it. We do have an apple pie back there, but to be honest, we made the apple pie with, don't tell everyone, but minimal amounts of sugar. I did use a regular crust. I used very sweet apples, just with some seasonings and some cornstarch to thicken things up, and then a topping that had oats and date paste and some walnuts. In the past, I would probably make that same topping and crisp with a lot of butter and such, and have left that out this year to try to see. I think the date paste really bound it together nice, and hoping it'll crisp up nice as well. So, again, I heard a couple cranberries pop, but I don't think they're all done quite yet, so we'll just give this a little more time. See, you can hear a few pops. Okay, it's smelling good in here. Our apples have all softened, and most of the cranberries have popped, so they're nice and soft. And what we'll do is we will just start stuffing these potatoes. Maybe kind of hold one up, it's not too hot anymore. So basically just put a nice heap of stuffing on them, and then we're gonna bake them again. After we bake them, we will garnish them with some toasted pecans. You can also put some thyme on there, especially for a little bit of green color. If people want them extra sweet, you can even serve with some maple syrup. But I will roast these up again for about 10 minutes at 425, and then we will show you the end result. So be back.